Hello.
Hello.
How's this sounding? Is this like,
Sounds good.
Probably
Yeah.
it's probably too sexual. Probably gonna get like too many listeners pregnant.
Well,
very.
I'm gonna get pregnant for sure.
Yeah. You're not leaving here without
Without a baby.
without a mess in your pants. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. How do I look? Do I look too orange?
Well, if you look on camera right now, you always look orange. But
Yeah. Yeah.
do I look too haggard?
Do I look like too many bands have ruined my life?
Do I look like Sean Bean after he died in Lord of the Rings?
We're coming off of, or I guess, are we still in the snowstorm?
Yeah, I'd say so.
But it was one of those storms where everyone was freaking out, and every time they do that, I don't take it serious.
Yeah.
This time I took it just enough serious to have soup and snacks for the amount of time required.
Nice.
But like if the storm was COVID, I feel like we're in 2021 now. Like Monday is the world still feels weird outside, but it's not actively happening really.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Like today it feels like we're sort of coming back, but
is it safe? Is it not safe?
Yeah. But it's still kind of weird outside.
And we still got to wear hats instead of masks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I realized this today. Tell me when this started happening for you, if it did. But ever since like 35, my body doesn't wake up together. Like feet, ankles, my shitter system like doesn't wake up.
Okay.
Things are waking up at different times. You know what I mean? Like,
I will say, this is like honestly the first year I've started to notice changes that I never knew. Like everyone says, "Oh, you're gonna feel it," blah 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And like, oh, okay, now I notice things.
you do now.
I do. I'm starting to notice things. I do. My digestive tract tends to wake up first.
Okay.
So that means
So you got to shit.
I gotta shit.
immediately upon awakening.
Yeah, it's like I'm tired. I don't want to. And I turn over, and it's like, okay, now I have to get up, no matter what anything else says.
Or it's gonna be.
Oh, I have to get up. It's like, yeah.
This will not be a place that's fun to lay in 0.5 seconds.
Yeah.
I'll get fake out shits. Do you ever have that where you like think you've done it and then it's like 10 minutes later you're like, oh no, that was the warm up act too.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
the rest of this
Yeah.
is-
You're like, I gotta go shit, and then you're like, nah, nothing. And then the next one, and then you're out, and you're like, I'm good. I tried. And it's like, oh no, I really do have to go back. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I think.
Like phantom shits. Where I know that they had the book. You see that book with all the different turds, the different kinds of turds?
No.
Yeah, there's a book with all the different kinds of turds, and like one of them's called the ghost shit, where like you shit and then you look in the bowl and it's gone.
Ooh.
And then there's like the Klingon where it's just like hanging on your hairs. There's a bunch of different ones. I don't remember all of them right now, but the ghost shit is what I was thinking about. But it's like feeling like you got to go and then trying, not going, and you're like, oh, okay, whatever. It's like a phantom. I don't know. It's like, I don't know.
It's definitely like, some kind of GI issue. But yeah, I don't know. I just have been feeling that lately. Like, yeah, it's a nightmare getting older, and it's making me feel worse that you're further down the road and just noticing it. I feel
Why do you feel worse?
What?
Oh, I mean because you're feeling it now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. I don't know.
Because you didn't party as hard.
Well, maybe not in my 20s. I did party more in my 30s than I did.
30s was your crazy
30s
time?
was my crazy, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm starting to slow down a little bit now.
What was peak Jason party animal look like? Like, what was that guy? How old was he?
So probably like 35, 36, something like that.
So I'm right in the pocket.
Right in the pocket. Yeah. 35, 36. When I was kind of really, I was freshly single, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm adult. I can do whatever I want, and I would go out drinking, and get stumbling around town and sleep in my car, and then wake up in the morning and drive home and
so you still kept it pretty responsible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get in trouble either.
Right.
I do have
In that order, and that's the right order to care about.
Right, yeah. And I have I have responsibilities too. So like, it would be, I don't want to. I'm a freelancer, right? So like, my reputation is kind of important, just in terms of like being responsible and hireable and not
show up
show up on time and do the thing and not be like. Like looking like I do now, like haggard and...
You look great.
Okay.
Especially for like audio world. You look like just by meeting you, I would assume that you have very good credentials. just off the visual. Like, yeah, that guy can run a sound studio.
Yeah, I do pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right. I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Most people tell me that, and they pay me, so I'm gonna have to take their word for it.
Yeah. And the check. I'll take the check
I'll
too.
take their money for it too.
Word's good, but
yeah. I've done some cool shit. But you know, one of the most fun things I've ever done is stand-up comedy. So I love that.
Yeah. And tell me when did you start?
I started, the first time I got up on stage was in Boise, Idaho in August 2023. So I'm relatively new to this.
Wow.
Yeah. But for the past...
You told me this story a little
6 years, for the past 6 years, I've been writing down every funny thing that I think or any funny phrase that I hear and everything like that. Because 2018-19, I wanted to start a joke t-shirt company.
You have some great ones.
And I've got some good ones.
Check out the link when we make one.
Yeah, when we make a link, when I finally get this going. Yeah. And but yeah, we would just be sitting around talking with friends and stuff, and I would just write down funny stuff. So I've been recording my funny thoughts for years, and finally I ran into a Connecticut comedian. I guess I could shout him out, but the moral of the story is I let him read all my stuff, and he goes, "Oh, those all sound like punchlines." Mm-hmm. And I got in my head. I was like, "Oh, all right." So far, I've never used a single one as a punchline. But it did motivate me to be like, all right, maybe I should write this stuff down.
I love that your origin story is someone being like, these are all punchlines, and you're like, I'm only going to listen to half of what you're saying to me.
Yeah.
I should be telling jokes, but none of these are right. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're wrong.
You're wrong about what I'm going to say, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's super funny. Hey guys, here at FMK J, we are so grateful of our sponsors. This week, we have Parlay Princes. Only tell people when you win.
So what's your January been? How's the year in review?
2026. We've been doing great, dude. We've been doing great. I kicked off the year going back to sobriety.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
On the second, I had to have one day.
Yeah. Well,
First day of the year, when you kick the can down the road of actually getting your life better, I kicked it one day into the new year. So
nice. Good for you, dude.
But yeah, that's been huge.
Sleeping better? Sleeping all right?
I was going to talk about sleep because no.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, shit.
I think it's still early days. It's still because I think it's like 27 days, 26 days, something like that today.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you sleep in silence?
You mean with the environment being silent?
Mm-hmm.
During the
what else would it be?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I make noise when I sleep.
Oh.
Do I sleep in silence?
Yeah.
You'd have to ask my lady.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have a
I have a lady now.
A lady that you live
now.
with.
I've had her for 9 years, but
yeah,
we've been together 9 years. I don't have her. We've been together.
She has the ability to leave.
Yeah, she has absolutely
the ability. She has keys to the place too. I swear to God,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
the basement in the show You.
So, yeah. Hell yeah, that's crazy, dude. She loves that show.
Very funny.
She loves that show.
Yeah.
So I sleep in silence in the cooler months because in the warmer months I have a fan on or something, and then for that whole time where air conditioning and the fan and everything is on. It's on. Like, I have to sleep with it. And then it takes me a while to get used to sleeping with it off.
But that's it. It's just a white noise of
fan
or nothing.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
God damn, dude, that's great.
What do you do?
I fall asleep. I can't fall asleep. Living in New York City and like in Queens and shit for my whole majority of my 20s. And then before that, Boston and college and so like I always lived in a sort of a chaotic environment or a city, apartment on top of a bar next to another bar or something.
Makes sense.
So yeah, a lot of noise was like what I felt used to, and then to sort of recreate it when I came back to Connecticut, I would fall asleep with the TV on, but also, I was drinking all the time, so you're sleeping, passing out, whatever.
Right, yeah. Your eyes are shut for a while.
Yeah. You're at rest. You're in terms of motion.
In repose.
Yeah. God damn, good word. Yeah. But like it's messing with my dreams. Like I'm falling asleep to like podcasts, TV shows. So like in my dream, I'm like working at a dive bar with Danny DeVito and like Joe Rogan and my high school ex-girlfriend are the patrons. And
Nice.
it's getting weird. It's very much infiltrating my dreams, especially when I have like a sober mind. I think it's like retaining it and putting it into it. I'm like,
it's even better now, right? Like,
I mean, it's like bizarre.
I guess better meaning it's more accurate dreams now because you're sober, right? There's like you're like, oh, I remember the details that I never thought I would remember.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's definitely like sucking in what's happening while I'm asleep, like the noise from the TV. It's messing with me, and then like I also don't have. I'm realizing you need to do the morning. Like every piece of advice that I just didn't listen to. Like don't drink all the time, don't party all the time, take care of yourself, have a morning routine, have no screens before bed. I was like, that's all a bunch of hogwash. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I never did any of that.
Yeah, and it turns out they were right. They were right about all of it.
What?
So I'm slowly becoming a real adult, and I think the next thing's gonna be like moving from the television being on to like a white noise of some sort. You know what I mean? Might be better.
Yeah.
It cause peaceful.
I think
peaceful sleep.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Like all the advice that you get, you're like, yeah, sure, okay, yeah, sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I used to use a word you're not supposed to use anymore, but it was the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean. Yeah,
that's and
yeah, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah,
yeah, but like that, and then like today, for example, I had like I almost called you and was like, we're not doing this, and I'm quitting comedy because I woke up this morning and like I YouTube as soon as I wake up.
Okay.
As soon as I wake up, I'm like popping on the YouTube, what's happening, and this like guy who I listen to for like fitness stuff or whatever, but he's also like every dude on YouTube with muscles is like telling you how to live and shit.
Yeah, sitting in the front seat of their truck.
Well, this guy is. I actually worked with this guy in New York, and he is a millionaire, and he is like he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
But his video that popped on my thing was like, you've got 24 months to become rich, or you're stuck. And he had like a whole K-chart graph, and it's like there's 2 years left before AI is so good that there's no such thing as a middle class job, and you're either a business owner, an asset owner, and manager, or you're part of the peasant class just waiting for that universal base income.
Wow.
And like it was like that's how I woke up. So I woke up in like total panic. Like,
hold on,
I'm never gonna make anything. 24 months is way too quick.
How does this guy know that? What does he got?
No. That's why I bring it to you.
He's from the future? Like, what the fuck? How does he
does shave his head, and he's got lots of muscles, so he kind of looks like he's from the future.
So he's a Klingon? I don't know.
I don't know. He's he got me terrified.
Dude, sorry, dude. That sucks.
So it's like I should have started the day with like breathing and water and meditation, but it was just like, you have this much time before your life is over.
Damn, dude. That's rough, man.
Yeah. So
well, thanks for coming out, man. This is great. I'm glad you did it. You stuck through.
Yeah. Well, halfway through the morning, I was like, fucking genius, dude. This podcast is going to take over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because the market really is looking for a couple of middle-aged white dudes to lay it down.
If there's one voice that hasn't been heard enough.
Yeah, it's yours and mine. It's yours and mine for sure, buddy. But yeah, no, I don't know. Do you have like, are you good with sleep, or do you have a discipline there?
So yeah, and I didn't always. Mm-hmm. So
when did it start?
When I started touring. Ooh. So I'm on the road half the year with bands and stuff, and so what that means is I got to sleep in a tour bus in a bunk, right? And
which is cool as shit.
And then sometimes they're fly dates, so we have or one-offs. So you fly in, you stay at your hotel, and you get up. You gotta get up, like you do the show, and at the end of the night, you either go right to the hotel at the airport, and you're there for like 2 or 3 hours sleeping, take a shower or whatever. Then you get up early, get on the airplane, get back on the plane, sleep on the plane, get to the gig, do the gig, take a nap in the afternoon, do the show, or load in, do the show. After the show, you're driving to the airport hotel, doing the same thing again. So what it kind of taught me was it trained my body to be like, when it's time to sleep, you sleep. Like now is the time. This is when you got to do it. And it's also when you're touring too, you're more physically active. Like, I'm on my feet all the day, right? And the other thing too is on a tour bus, your bunk is really you're only there to sleep. You know what I mean? Like you've got a front lounge and a back lounge, so you can hang out and party there. And so your bed is only sleep. So you have this psychological thing where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get in my bunk. This means tells my body that it's time to sleep. Whereas at home, you could be on your phone. You know, you could have, if you have a TV in your room.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
You know, or that's the place where you get all your anxious thoughts and you stay awake all night.
Right.
So you
this
get
is
this.
what I know.
Right. So your bed will get subconsciously associated with these things, and it what do they call it? Physiologically affects how you react to your bed.
Ooh.
So that's a real thing that I learned just by doing the touring thing. I was like, oh, okay, that's why I sleep much better in a bunk, because it's the only time that I get rest in the day, basically. is there. So I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, so now, I would say 99% of the time when it's time to go to bed, I'm going to go to bed and go to sleep.
God damn, that's so cool.
But I'm a night owl. So sometimes I have a gig at, like, I got to be in, like, I live an hour away from Hartford. I'm telling you, because
you're the one who's gonna kill him one day.
yeah. But I have gigs in Hartford at the convention center a lot.
Yeah.
And sometimes I got to be there at 7 a.m. So I got to get up at like 5:15 or 4. Yeah. Or sometimes I have a gig in Boston and I got to be there at 7 a.m. And that's 2 hours away.
Nightmare.
So I can get up and function and do those things, but I rarely ever go to sleep before midnight or 1 ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just never. Like usually I'm in bed at 3:30. That's my.
That would be night out for me. Midnight is like.
Yeah, I guess it's an adult, but
but
that's early. Like I'm usually between 2 and 3:30. I'm in bed.
Yeah, that's much more.
And regardless of what time I have to wake up, so sometimes I get 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, that's.
But then I go home and sleep. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. I just definitely am not good at it. And
have you done the like melatonin and all the natural stuff yet?
I've done melatonin. I'm out of it right now. I need to get more. But I feel like with all that stuff, you like get a tolerance.
Yes.
You know, so you have to switch it and what it is and stuff. And like, I would love to just be at peace enough with my life that I feel like I've earned sleep.
Yeah, but having trouble sleeping is really normal. I mean, so many people do. So I mean, definitely wouldn't beat yourself up about not being able to sleep. If you do, I'm saying, I don't know if you do or not, but definitely don't beat yourself up for it because everybody has trouble sleeping sometimes. You know?
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't feel guilty for not sleeping. There's other stuff I feel guilty about that keeps me up. For sure. You know.
Yeah.
But like. But even just like having not done enough that day or something, like I was when I was like an infant or not infant. What are you when you're like 18 months old?
Yeah, toddler. Like yeah.
I've been told this story many times. My folks told me because when I was very little, we lived in an apartment in Manhattan, and in the middle of the night they would find me running around this apartment by myself. Oh. They'd be like, what's going on? We're putting him in a crib. So my dad put me to bed one night apparently and like stayed in the room and kind of slept in the chair waiting. And apparently what I would do, I'd like the size head that I have now. Apparently, like, you know, God bless my mom, but like I had this big ass dome, this orange dome that was like a good percentage of my body total weight.
Yeah.
So I would like back up to the crib and then use the weight of my head and flip it and do a backflip out of the crib and then just go running around like looking for a way to hurt myself at night, I guess is you know how it looked to my dad. And so they had to get like a sleep therapist and shit and it was a big deal apparently, but like I always,
so it's built in. I've
always had pretty much always had trouble sleeping.
Have you heard of so I had like when I was in my 20s I had a lot of like insomnia, like total same stuff, just anxiety, thoughts, emotions.
Yeah.
You know, stuff you're like, well, I have to think about this now. I have to figure it out now.
This is the time to solve it.
This is what I have to do now because it's never going to happen if I don't do it now.
I need a retirement plan. It's 3 a.m.
Exactly. So there was like, I did a lot of like, my mom gonna give me like books and she, you know the women's magazines like on the registers.
That's all I read.
Yeah. The registers. It's like Women's Day and all this stuff. She would always have those, and she would like open up like an article. Read this article, you know. So I'd get all these tips, and one of them was actually, I think it's probably a proper yoga pose. So one of the things that actually helped me, which is just really weird.
Downward sleeping dog.
Yeah, sleeping dog. Yeah. No, it's actually even dumber than that. Have you seen have you seen a dude try to suck his own dick?
Would you like to? And then you just fucking flip your legs up.
Well,
what did you bring me to this
Get ready,
for?
everybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have not. You're saying like there's it's the one, like the 2 girls 1 cup. Have you seen the guy trying to suck his own dick?
No, there's a
I'm
very
sure many guys have tried this throughout history.
So there's a famous podcast, a very popular podcast right now, where one of the guys did it on stage to show how we do it. You get on your back and you basically kick your legs over your head as far as you can. You like prop your back.
And you're hard.
Well, you don't have to be hard. This is to help you sleep.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, these are 2 things.
Hold on, I left that part out.
Here's how you fall asleep perfectly. Suck yourself to sleep, Keele.
I wasn't changing the subject, but I guess I changed the subject. Suck yourself.
If you're having trouble sleeping, here's what you do.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently the position that this women's magazine suggested for sleeping, to help fall asleep, is kick your legs over your head and hold it there for a few minutes. I don't know why.
And then fall asleep and
then
snap
fall
your
asleep.
spine.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever.
Does it work? Have you done this?
I did it when I was really anxious, like before I got therapy and stuff.
They do that at the end of jiu-jitsu classes as like a way to stretch.
Yeah, it's kind of like a stretch. It's something to do with blood flow. It's something to do with it pushes.
You want the blood rushing to your head when you're trying to sleep?
I don't know. I just know what they told me.
All this blood's making me sleepy.
Instead of going to my dick. I got to get that out of the way.
Yeah, you think that blood would be just more evil thoughts in your brain.
I don't know. That was what it worked for me a little bit. And I think probably my assumption was it was the exertion that would wear you out because you've got to like hold it.
Yeah.
You got to hold it up there. And that's exactly what she said.
So a little better at sleeping, way better at sucking my own dick.
Tell you what.
Yeah, it's a lot of benefits.
Doesn't come cheap.
No. That's okay. I might try that. Report back to you.
You missed it.
What?
Sleep doesn't come cheap.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I'm word gay. Just so you know, I love wordplay.
So you're engaged.
Yes, I'm actually engaged now.
How long has the engagement been?
A year. August 2024. Sorry, yeah, August 24.
Okay. And when's the status? I've never been engaged or married.
Neither have I. I'm 46. Okay. No, never been married. Don't have kids. I've just kind of been single dude for most of my life. I mean, like living, because freelancing when you travel and you can't really keep anything alive at home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So plants or pets? No plants, no pets.
Yeah.
She's got them though. We live together now, but so we no, there's no wedding plans.
Okay.
It's like we're both commitment phobes. It took me 8 years to propose to her.
Wow.
So
we both are, or she has to be?
No, honestly, both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, both of us. Yeah, we're both like, it's okay.
So when you proposed, she was like, I guess.
Well, she goes, okay.
She was fully surprised.
Oh, totally surprised. I did
Wow.
I did it in a fucking cat cafe. That's how cool I am.
Wow.
I did it in the middle of a cat cafe. She loves cats. And the ladies were like, oh.
That's adorable.
She's like, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing that? Is it? Her face is like, oh. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've always been a commitment phobe. You know what I mean? Like, I've just so many things. I don't know if it's entirely fear, or just ADHD, or
commitment folk. Because like I was gonna say, you strike me as a guy that is a boyfriend guy.
Oh no, I have girlfriends.
Ladies and gentlemen, all your tour dates pop up with that one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you know what I mean. Like, been in a relationship more often than being on the prowl.
I know. Well, I might seem that way, but
it's based on just pure speculation.
Yes, totally. We're just literally just getting to know each other, and that's the thing. You guys will learn. I don't know almost anything about.
Yeah, we're sort of a mystery to each other. We figured let's just unravel that shit.
Yeah,
and record it.
So for a few reasons in my 20s, I basically decided to stay single for like 8 years. And I won't go into it now, but there was like a few things in my life that I was like, I'm going to stay single.
Sexual offenders list.
Well, no.
Oh shit! That was a crazy way to say no to that.
I know, right?
There's so much questions.
Well, no.
Yeah, no.
No, but
too many syllables in that word.
I'll say the short version was I just was such a horny dude. I couldn't really trust myself, and I didn't. And it wasn't. It was a moral thing more than it was, anything else. It was like I was in a place in my life, morally, spiritually, that I was like, I don't really trust myself. I'm just gonna not date. Now that didn't do anything really good for me, because I was kind of
a lot of doctor visits, a lot of antibiotics.
Yeah, right. It was not good for me. I mentally and emotionally, I was very immature when I started dating again. Right near the end of my 20s. So, you learn the hard way. But in my teens and early 20s, yeah, I was active.
Okay. Because me too, but like I've never been engaged or married or anything, and I sort of joke about it on stage about how I have like divorced energy, even though I'm never been married.
Nice.
But like at this point, like it is kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like I feel like when you're a young man and you have you'll have pregnancy scares.
Yes.
And be like, is she gonna keep it? What are we gonna do? And now I'm at an age where like just dudes are like, you have little ones? And like when I say no, they're like, oh.
Oh, totally.
Like no lady let you make little U's with her? You're suspect.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
And like I shop in the grocery store. I shop in the like I don't have a wife section. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of like
just a single
pre-made
single basket.
Yeah, single basket. Talking to myself.
Yeah.
It's too late to be grocery shopping. It's like after 9 p.m. I'm just there talking to myself.
And you're a dude alone in the grocery store, and you're not on the phone talking to anybody. What should I get? What do you want?
No, none of that.
None of that. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Kind of the same.
Yeah. So it's I wonder what that's like to not be.
Yeah. Well, that was the not having kids thing is something that I've noticed recently, and like I tried it on stage, and it's not funny, but it's like a little a woman in her 40s who chose not to have kids is respected.
Is she?
Kinda. I mean, to women respect that. If they chose, yeah, I think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but then a man in their 40s who chose not to have kids is suspected. So respect is suspected, wordplay. It didn't work. It's not funny, but
okay.
But it was an observation that you're right. I felt a little like.
I think it goes across the gender board.
Yeah,
I mean, I just have no idea.
I think there's. To me, my observation. It feels like more of a time where, women who have chosen to not have children, it's not a stigma. It's like, oh yeah, that's fine. You don't have kids. But it seemed like back 25, 30 years ago, it was a little bit more like...
Depends on where in the world you are.
It certainly does. And like I say, I can only speak to the waspy New England life that I've lived for most of my life.
Sure. The correct way of living. God's way.
God's way.
The real God's way.
We're the OG Americans.
Yeah. I just really want to really make it weird.
Yeah.
For anyone who's not exactly...
Yeah. If you don't live here... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even though so many people are like shitting all over Connecticut right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
I think we always get it.
Yeah. They're like, Connecticut sucks. It just sucks. And I'm like, yeah, but like spend a minute here and find out. But I'm a little, I might be a little pretentious or I don't know what the right word, but I have like
protective.
I have no patience for people that judge another place they've never been.
Oh yeah, stupid.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's another
Stupid
word for
people,
that,
yeah.
but it's stupid, and it's just like, I don't know. I just have, because I've traveled a lot, and like it's been a privilege. I've been blessed, lucky, however you want to look at it, to have traveled to every state, except for Alaska. So like I've seen them all, and I've been to almost any major city in America. I've pretty much been to at least once, and so like. All of the stories in the news about these different places, I'm like, it wasn't that bad when I was there, like, so I've seen it firsthand, and I'm like, sure, you can say all that, and I don't know, I'm rambling about it, but that's just like I have so little sympathy or empathy for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The stereotyping of
the
a geographical
stereotyping,
location.
the judging of a region. It's like, you've never been there. What the hell are you talking about? So maybe I'm a little less sensitive. I mean, I'm sensitive, or I'm more blunt about it. You know, like
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I've had many of my Massachusetts friends would argue with me about whether or not Connecticut's actually New England. That was a fun
Really
jib jab.
interesting.
Yeah, you're not really New England. You're Connecticut, and it's like,
Because it's the last one before New York.
I don't know what their reasoning was.
Yeah.
I would more just very much counter them. And
I would argue that.
tell them that their cold lobster coleslaw sandwiches are disgusting.
I was about to say. I would
Yeah.
argue, come to our coast and try our lobster rolls, and you tell us whether or not we're
delicious, warm, buttery stuff, or
So good.
what comes free with a sandwich anywhere, mashed in and all cold. That's pretty much because they like coleslaw, cold lobster.
Coleslaw. Yeah.
Which is,
Yeah, for me, that's like, yeah, it's hard. I don't know. Plus, we got the stone walls. Like, I don't think any other states have the stone walls. That's totally New England.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a New England thing, yeah. I mean, they do have some, but, like, Connecticut's got a lot.
The, like, handmade stone
Yeah.
walls,
If you just drive around in the woods, you just go off into the woods randomly, because the whole Connecticut, and this is a, really interesting section of me talking about Connecticut. But Connecticut was clear-cut up until about 100 years ago, about 120 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was all farmland. So any pictures you see from like 1900 and back, or, well...
Which I'm thumbing through all the time.
But, pictures only were invented after 1870 or whatever. And it's not everywhere. In the early... there's no trees, like, anywhere. So a lot
Aren't
of
we the densest tree population in the country?
Yeah, and then we went, no, we want them all or whatever, and I guess...
Yeah.
And then they clear cut it all, and that's why all the stone walls, you see them going off into the woods, because these were all farm fields, and they just let it grow up around the stone walls.
Wow. Because the stone walls is like property boundaries, I assume.
Yeah, it's property boundaries, or keeping livestock in and out or something.
Yeah, or native savages.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
That's terrible. I'm completely joking, but I think that Connecticut was, colony and all that.
Yeah.
But I just always thought of it's weird you say that about the trees, because I've known that we are the most dense forested state.
Yeah, probably now. Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Probably it wasn't 100 years ago or 1900 or whatever.
Yeah, which you don't think of when you think of Connecticut. You think of khakis, you think of fences, you think of...
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild when people, when I meet people on the road and they're like, oh, you're from Connecticut, you aristocrat. I'm like, I promise you I'm not one of the rich ones. Like, I promise you I'm from the poor area. I don't live in Greenwich. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not living in the mansions. I'm what did I say? I'm wealth adjacent. I live next to Mystic, where it is rich there, but I don't live there.
Yeah. I feel like everywhere has rich and poor spots, and there's a lot of not so great parts of Connecticut.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I met a guy in L.A. From Bridgeport. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, he's from Bridgeport, and he's like, see, he knows it's rough there. Like,
yeah.
It's like, yeah. I mean, it can be rough. I don't know all of it. I'm not gonna speak about. I'm not gonna speak for other cities.
No, but that's like the classic one to call out. But yeah, I don't know. I grew up talking shit about Connecticut, and then you realize, like, maybe you're just a young piece of shit.
Well, it is true that, like, people that I know from out of town or out of state, they come and visit, or if they're on tour, they do a couple dates. They're like, "This is pretty cool, man. It was kind of cool area." And at least because you live more central Connecticut, right? Or
currently,
southern
for anyone
central,
looking to stalk and kill me.
Yeah.
Start there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm more on the eastern side, and so ours is a little bit more naturey, I think. Feels more nature. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my perception.
There's good hikes anywhere.
Yeah.
There's good hikes all over the place. Great pizza.
Oh, hell yeah.
Necessary highways, good hospital. That's pretty much what we offer.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
it
is kind of
pizza gambling.
dull. Yeah, if you want to gamble after some good pizza, you have found your place.
Heck yeah. I was thinking that reminded me. I had friends that had when Mohegan Sun was before Mohegan Sun was built. Mm-hmm. I had friends that lived in a neighborhood that was being bought up by the tribe, and they paid like twice the value, or almost 3 times the value for the houses to get the land back. Whoa. And so these people, like his parents, made bank, and like then they bought a lake house or whatever. And I thought that was a good deal because all we gave the Native Americans for the land was a cold.
Oh boy. Yeah, a real treacherous couple of blankets.
They get the flu and like, hey, we got the land now.
Yeah.
I lean dark. I have dark humor, so you know.
That is funny though. Oh my God.
So January, you've been sleeping. Been trying to sleep.
Sleeping's been the one thing that's
Sober,
that's
sleeping,
lagging,
yep.
but generally speaking, all things are on the up for sure.
Good. Well, that's awesome.
For sure. Yeah.
I've been trying new things. I mean, this is new for me. Like, I've always been a relatively private guy, you know, and so I don't like to talk about myself too much. I say that, but then I talk about myself too much. So I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just.
It's time for you to blossom, buddy.
Yeah. Well, I'm a flower.
You are. You are a pretty flower.
Yeah, my January has been depressing.
Why?
Just it's mainly like every year it's like this. Actually, it's like I think it's the seasonal affective or whatever. Yeah. I think that's but yeah. There's a couple factors. January is a really light month for work for me. I mean, I only had 2 gigs this month.
Okay.
And I have some projects. I have a recording studio, so I did a couple sessions with a band, and we did a single together, and I finished a mixed project and stuff like that. But like, I will stay up till like 5 a.m. watching Star Trek. Just because I have no reason. I don't have to get up. I don't have to do anything.
What's depressing about any of this? This is great.
I mean, well, because during the day, I don't feel like doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't know. It gets me feeling like, ugh, and then I don't feel motivated to do anything. Like even doing this was like, I should do this. I need to do this. You know, I wanted to do it, and like we talked earlier, I want to do this. But like, this is a new thing, so I'm like, this will help me get out of my head a little bit.
You know what I think it is though?
Oh, hey guys. Jason from FMK J here. Do you guys use old-timey tools like I do and struggle to find a modern insurance solution? Well, churn that frown upside down, use your carrier pigeon, and get a hold of Regressive Insurance. Because no one's going to darn those socks by themselves, am I right? What's that?
I think, and just after we like sucked the dick of Connecticut for a minute, I think in general, because I used to want to live in California when I was really young, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And I think that, and people are like, I like the seasons. You know what I mean? That whole argument.
Yeah.
And I actually do like the seasons, but cold is so much more tolerable when there's a holiday around the corner.
Yeah, I agree.
As soon as Christmas, New Year's is over, and now it's just like, oh no, now it's just you'll die if you're outside too long.
Yeah, like, right? Yeah, exactly.
Just like there's nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. All
All your family flew back to where they're from.
Yeah.
You're just alone in these desolate, cold woods, waiting for death, and your Uber Eats.
Just trying to avoid death.
Yeah.
By eating, sleeping, and drinking.
Yeah, I think it's preposterously depressing.
Yeah.
To just be, it's too cold to even have dreams. You know what I mean?
Even have dreams.
Or the willpower to pursue them.
Yeah. Those kind of dreams.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I mean, like sleep dreams are like,
no, yeah.
You should shut your window when you're trying to sleep because it sounds too cold in your bedroom. Maybe that's your problem.
Did I mention
dude?
that I'm living in a lean-to?
He's like, that's what your problem is. I figured it out.
Yeah, get out of the tent. Get a real house. No, but like in New England or any part of the world that's cold, once the holidays are over, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know? Can we just go back to living?
Yeah. Well, I thought about that because that's exactly what it is. All the cheer of Christmas and stuff just goes thump, off. And now what? Now, honestly, I like snow. I actually like snow.
Are you a skier, snowboarder?
I went snowboarding a little bit when I was in
builder?
my early 20s. I did early snowboarding.
You did?
I did a little bit. Yeah, I did. I feel like a little bit meaning like 7 times, or
that's a little bit.
Sorry, 4 times.
What's even less?
Yeah, it's 4 times. Yeah. The other 3 times were not. That was hiking. It was like snowshoeing and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I lived.
But that's still snow activity.
I lived in Quebec, Canada for about a year in 2020, 2001, 2002, 3. Yeah. So I was like up on the mountains.
You had to get out of the country after being part of a large terror conspiracy.
Well, no, I was out of the country when all of the marketing and the campaign started to get us into Iraq. I was out of the country. I didn't know it was happening, so I wasn't watching the news here. I was watching Canadian news, which I wasn't watching a lot of it. I wasn't really paying attention that much. And then suddenly we're going to war, and I'm like, what happened? So I was outside of the country. I missed all the propaganda. I missed all of the, getting the public's, you know how they spin the news, the headlines, and the machine.
I'm aware that the news is to be questioned a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Like the machine like tries to sway everybody to be okay with this thing that the government's going to do.
Yeah,
and there's another one going on right now. There's a campaign of doing similar things right now.
Quite a bit. Yeah, it's pretty scary.
And so I was out of the country for that. So I was like, what the heck? And my German friend is like, you would have the dumbest president in the world. Like, I can't do his accent, but he's stupid. And I was like, oh, all right.
This is your German friend who's calling you from Germany, or is in Canada?
No, we
were
living together.
So you and your German friend are in Canada.
Yeah. A lot I was like one of 3 Americans in it was like a camp setting. It was like a camp setting. It was like a school camp setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were working?
I was learning.
I
was a student, yeah.
Oh, shit. Because this is way back, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2002. Right?
Yeah.
I was 21, or I was 22, 3, yeah.
Damn.
What? I'm old?
No, me too. But it's just like, it's also weird to think about how long ago that was.
I thought you were Kevin Hart, and I was Don Cheadle for a minute.
And me, I'm 56 years old.
Damn! He goes, sorry. You ever see that shit? It's hilarious. That. We'll put it up on a clip. We'll clip it in.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Just, I feel like, what's the tone of Canadian news? Circa 2002.
20
years ago,
20
Quebec
years
news.
ago.
What was it like? Go.
It was pretty liberal. It was more left leaning. I mean, the whole country is more left leaning anyway. But they're like a peaceful country, right? So war and
except for in hockey, but yeah.
Internally, they're not peaceful, but externally. But yeah, I mean, from what I remember, it's very international. Because it's such a small country. I mean, the population of New York State. The whole country is the size of New York State, right?
Really?
It's like 30 million or something like that, the whole country. I mean, it might have grown, but still, think about how small that is. How few people that is.
Right. That's crazy. I'd never thought about that.
Yeah. And so their news was very, very international. So on a regular front page, I'm getting Somali news. I'm getting Kenya news. I'm getting, Ghana. I'm trying to go to Asia, India,
really?
Philippines.
There was what's happening in Somalia, but not what's happening in the US.
There is. I was trying to list. Yeah, the US would be on there too. It'd be like the US and Canada would be the first, but then right below it would be, not small articles about many other countries that you never get news about in the US.
Right.
You never hear about the elections in Uzbekistan here.
No,
but that would be like a
gross. Get it out of here.
Yeah, right. Ooze.
Yeah, what?
Wait, what? I don't know.
We don't care about that.
Yeah. But that's the thing I like about traveling internationally too. Is there's a lot of stuff always happening outside of America, and the Canadians would always be like, you guys only pay attention to yourselves. You're like very self-centered, and we're like, yeah. Because we're half of your GDP, at the time. I was like, yeah, we're your biggest trading partner, and you're only safe because, there's like the American-centric mindset of, defending it. They were right, too. I mean, we were both right. I mean, we're definitely a very self-centered country. And we also, we
were something of a main player in the world stage, for sure. We like to get involved with a lot of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Trey and Matt Stone did a good job of making that Team America World Police.
Legendary.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask you about so obviously career long. And can you brag for a second about some of the bands people might have known that you toured with?
Drop some things.
Yeah, just to
So one of my earliest tours, I worked with Joe Cocker, and I was the guitar tech. With Joe Cocker. I've worked with Bonnie Raitt. I was a bass and keyboard tech with Bonnie Raitt. I took over her bass player and a keyboard player. Damn. And I worked with Johnny Clegg, who is a South African. He's RIP. He's passed, but legend in South Africa. Big artist. He was knighted. He was a Sir Johnny Clegg and everything like that. Did monitors for him. Monitors and guitar teching for him. And then currently I'm working with Ben Better Than Ezra. And,
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and Tonic sometimes. Like I'm on their list. You know, it's freelance work, so right. So like you get involved with like a management group, and they manage multiple bands.
Mm-hmm. Is that how it goes? Okay.
It's kind of how it goes.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Management's each band has their own management, and then they will have a list of techs or people or crew people that they like to hire or like to go out. And then depending on the relationship you have, or whether you suck or not, or if the band likes you or not, they keep asking for you, or the management just keeps putting you on that because it works out. And that's just kind of how it works.
Did you say Sugar Ray too?
Yeah. So Mark McGrath and he's in the supergroup made up of Better Than Ezra, Tonic, and Sugar Ray. So it's the 3 frontmen from those bands do like a supergroup band called Ezra Ray Hart.
No way.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, and they just play each other's hits all night.
Wow.
And it's pretty cool. And they just came through. I wasn't on this tour because I was committed to something else, but they just came through Foxwoods.
Wow.
I stopped by and said hi to them and stuff like that.
That's cool.
So I do monitors for them sometimes. So it's everybody in Sugar Ray except their guitar player. So it's like their bassist, drummer, and Mark, and then it's Emerson and KG from Better Than Ezra and Tonic.
Damn.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Very fucking cool.
Yeah.
So with a career of that, like I was just thinking about this recently about like, you know, the old like, would you go back to an earlier time in your life? You know, knowing what you know now, kind of thing.
Oh yeah. That whole retrospective. What would you tell yourself?
Yeah, what would you tell yourself? What would you do? Where did things go wrong? but like I just realized that when I was young, like what I'm getting to is that I really was like, you know, art and theater and stuff, it is a pursuit of truth and the beauty of truth and all that. And now that I'm older and I went to film school and I went to a theater-y magnet high school and all the, you know, whatever I've seen in my life, I kind of feel like it was a big misdirection. I think that art and theater is basically lies. And that math and sports is truth.
Interesting.
Like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think so. Yeah.
And I'm terrible at math, and I was never good at sports.
Yeah.
But like, those are like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody in the cast knows how the play's gonna end. It's all choreographed. Okay. It's all premeditated.
But the audience doesn't.
We're using emotional recall from other parts of our life to say these words that aren't ours and live lives that aren't ours. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, you ask the head coach of the Patriots, how's the game going to go? You're like, well, we prepared for this. We got this. But, like, everyone's truly there is actually an answer being found. You know what I mean? Someone is better in the moment. And, like, with math versus, you know, writing or something, it's like there is an answer to this equation, right, and an incorrect answer.
It's linear,
or
whatever.
Well, there's right and wrong, which is to me true and truth and lie, bad and good. It's like not only do they seem like they would have been better for financial reasons, but like if the pursuit is the beauty of truth in all its beauty, those things actually come after. And this is like way too heady and not funny.
No, I love this. This is this is my wheelhouse, man. I promise you, it's in my wheelhouse because I work in the arts.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I work in the arts, so you can argue that I am helping people, like trick people.
Right.
Yeah, because a concert or even, you know. Man, I could go wax all day long about this kind of stuff. This is where my creative, like, you know, because I work with people to help achieve a goal, a creative goal.
Yes.
And sometimes that creative goal is to make them seem more bigger or awesome or sound better than they really are. And it's just because they have this vision and they want to do this. Now, I've never really done theater. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, you're straight.
I'm not that kind of guy. Oh yeah, I was gonna go there until I was like, no, and I have done theater. I'll qualify that. I've done sound for many high school musicals, like probably
which is
12
definitely
years
theater,
ago.
right?
Totally theater. Yeah. So, but it was only high school, and I only did, you know, for like 2 years. I did like, you know, 8 in 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, until that case happened and you got banned from the building.
Yeah, oh, shit, bro. No, I fucking hated it. I fucking
high school musicals.
Dude,
What's there to hate?
Bro, it was awful.
I want to hear
man.
that rehearsal all night long.
Everybody is emotional. Everybody.
Yeah.
Every single person is like 100% invested, which makes every single thing involved
So important.
the most important thing, and it's
so goddamn important.
It's so difficult. It's so
Definitely
difficult.
argue about everything. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it sucks so bad. And shout out to everyone who does it for a living. God bless you. And like I have respect for the theater in that it's an incredible skill set. It's an incredible.
It is,
and it's the first real entertainment, so to speak, other than music. Like after musicians, it was kind of like the first real entertainment.
Yeah, storyteller,
exactly. Yeah. So, working in the arts, thinking about what you were, maybe kind of reiterate the question because I kind of veered off. I kind of veered off a little bit.
So
in my head.
I'm a 37-year-old comedian who's aspiring. We'll say it nicely, but it's like I'm looking back like I could have been a football finance bro.
Oh, gotcha.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What a better them.
Yeah,
but you've had those moments where you're like, oh
yeah, certainly, and yes.
Huh.
So this is now you're really asking my philosophy about money and success and what it means. And
it's twofold, right?
Yeah,
because there's the immediate superficial, like, we were one of the sort of poor, relatively speaking, families in a town called Madison, Connecticut, which is everything it sounds like it is. Whatever you're picturing when you hear Madison, Connecticut, you're right, but it's whiter than that. And and I look at, like, I don't know, but like it's just we were like the kind of avant-garde, artsy, weirdo family that didn't, only could afford a home because it had been foreclosed on, and it was a fixer-upper. And then
I knew I liked you. I knew I liked you.
My parents were cool. Yeah, they were cool. But like when I look back, I remember being envious a little bit of the football kids or whatever, but then also kind of like having resentment there. And of course, you get older, and and like when I lived in New York and stuff, like finance guys, finance bros, it was like shunned upon. But like in all reality, money's nice, security's nice, figuring out how to be a team player, how to learn loss, deal with loss, deal with when someone's better than you.
Yeah.
Deal, you know what I mean? Like there's actually so much like really wonderful life stuff, authentic stuff, truth stuff on the superficial and the deep level. If I had gone into math and sports, and I realized like a lot of the people in the arts, and like the theater world, and all that kind of stuff, like, at least in my experience growing up around it, like in the academic sense, not always as honest, not always as, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of like smoke and mirrors and what's really going on. And
I think the heart of that is that the arts are subjective.
Right.
And in order to profit off them at any level, you've got to convince people of things.
Yeah.
You got to convince people to give you their money. And in order to do that, I was just actually talking to Sophie this morning about marketing. It's like at a very basic level, marketing, all you're doing is manipulating somebody. Right. You're just trying to manipulate them to be on your side.
Yeah.
Now that can be ethical, that can be good, it can be wholesome or not.
Right.
And so like I think about myself as a freelancer, or even as I get in, even as I do more in comedy, you're selling yourself. You're your own brand, right? You're like,
oh God,
you're your own brand, and you can't. And this is, sorry, you can't. And I'm not saying this to you directly. I'm just saying.
I was gonna take it that way.
Yeah, you can't be something you're not.
Right.
And for very long, I think some people.
Some
people can. And so that ties into acting. Like acting is like they're pretending to be somebody else. But I think with acting, there's like another layer, a meta layer. The bigger picture of acting is it's also you're a component in a story. So the story is what's actually being sold, not necessarily the actor, right? So I might be lying that I'm Charles the guard or something like that. and so I'm pretending to be something I'm not. But the audience is seeing the story as a whole, and so they're seeing this bigger picture, and I'm just a component of it. So I'm not technically lying about who I am. I'm serving the story or whatever. Now maybe this is getting too heady and weird. I don't know. Too artsy,
I'm with you.
artsy. But the thing with art is like, I don't think you would be happy if you were doing that other stuff. Because everybody, I mean,
I have this.
because to me, my impression of you is I am just getting to know you. Is you're a real, you feel things, right? I can tell that you feel things, and you're good at expressing those feelings and putting them in a place where someone can, you hear them and immediately they get it and they laugh because you're telling the story and they connect. People seem to connect. So someone like you, I would say that you probably wouldn't be as happy in that world, because you feel like you would always need to express yourself. And how does finance guys express themselves? What do they do? And I'm not saying they can't or they don't. I'm actually asking the question. How do you think they express themselves? Because I don't really know. I really don't know the next question.
Well, it's sort of like a premise that I was playing with. I haven't really put enough into it, but I was like, I used to think that the purpose of life, like the meaning of life, was to find your purpose. Mm-hmm. And now I think the meaning of life is having a cool house.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's
like,
a shift there.
Yeah.
Totally,
You go over to your friend's house and it's like, dude, I'm pursuing all these things, but it's like he's got 7 roommates and like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Versus the guy who's just like, the indoor pool in the back next to the gazebo and like, well, oh my God, whose house do you want to go over to? And I don't know. It's a silly. It's obviously not.
It's good.
It's facetious, but I don't know. There's part of me that thinks that, you express yourself with your wife and kids and friends.
Yeah.
And family you're building, as opposed to insert a new group of strangers in a basement that's going to listen to my dick jokes.
Yeah. No, I get that. And so the other thing is reality is what you want changes as you get older. Yeah. So that's probably true as well. Like that might be what you're talking about, is that you're in this part of your life where you're like, it's shifting. And I'm actually honestly in a similar position, just in that I've been freelancing and touring for 18 years now, and my life hasn't changed a whole lot in that time, but I'm getting older. And I'm starting to be perceived. I can tell that people read me as old. I'm starting to look older now. And like, oh, there's a real change happening. Mm-hmm. And I can't stop it.
No.
And it's not that I ever thought I could stop it. Because I have friends that are in their 50s and 60s that still tour and they still party. They're still doing coke. They're still doing drinking. They're still drinking. They're still sleeping around. Like they're still doing all the things they did when they were in their 20s. They haven't stopped. I'm not trying to do that. I don't do that. But But I mean, I drink. I mean, booze is my choice. I've never done coke actually. Honestly, in all the coke.
Me either. This is
exactly.
This is a Christian program.
But I'm around it all the time in rock and roll and comedy. But I've just never been. I kind of lost my train. Just getting older, and like I'm starting to think like, all right, at some point, I'm hoping that I'm caring less and less about what people think of me is gonna coincide with that feeling that I should have done more or should do something better. You know what I mean? So that like. Because there's definitely that pressure of like, you want to do more and you want to do better because it's some real core point. You want people to think that you're doing well. You want people to see you as that or perceive you as that. So there's an element where you're still married to, I need to make sure people think of me and see me as like that.
Right.
I think, and this is how I think about myself. Now that scale has gone down in me. I'm caring less and less about what people. At the same time, I'm also trying to do more creative things where I'm in the front or I'm in the forefront doing stand-up. Like me. There's still that, but I'm also caring less, which is like, that's going to converge. But I'm also like, I'm not, I don't have a whole lot of savings. You know what I mean? Like I'm in a position now where I'm renting to own a house, so that'll eventually become reality. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've never had kids, never been married. So I've just been a dude doing the same thing, and it hasn't changed much. Now I'm getting older, and it's starting to look more and more lame. You know what I mean? I'm starting like, oh, that's sad. Like, it's not sad. I'm doing the same thing. That was a bit. That was one of the bits I was working on, and I never cracked it. But it was basically, I forgot how I worded it in my notes. It was, how cool what you do. It was like what you do changes what you do changes the older you get. So if you do the same exact thing, say someone's going out and partying in their 30s or 20s and 30s, and they're going out to these bars, and I was thinking about rock and rollers, like rock and roll guys, because unless they're famous, unless they're successful, an old middle-aged 50s white dude band seems lame from younger kids because they're like, hold on to whatever. But those guys have been doing it since that shit was invented.
It was cool,
since it was invented. You know, like since rock and roll really stopped. I'm thinking of older rockers, like older guys in their 60s, 70s. But like they haven't stopped. It's been the same thing. But for some reason, that gets sadder and sadder the older they get. Why?
I had a bit.
Why? Like I don't get it. Like I couldn't crack it, but that's like, why does that get lamer? It's the same shit. Nothing's changed.
Well, because there's a feeling of like it happened or it didn't kind of vibe a little bit from the outside perspective. I had a premise that was like having sex and getting drunk are similar in that the older you get, the sadder it is to do either with strangers.
With strangers, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the 58-year-old dude who's telling one-night stand stories, we're all like, does he have an emergency contact?
That's
like,
that's totally it, right?
Does he have a motorcycle in a storage unit? Is that what he calls home?
Totally. That's a great bit. Yeah, that's a great bit, yeah.
And so I was trying to figure out how to make that work, but I think that's what we're kind of talking about.
You've nailed it on the head. I mean, that's kind of the you're personifying my question, why is it sadder?
Yes.
It's only sad to young people. It's not sad to the people that are that age.
I think it goes like this.
Yeah.
Because when you're young, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, it looks sad. And then if you make it to retirement home and you're slutting it up.
Yeah.
Awesome again.
Well, that's something about the swingers in Florida. You know what I mean? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, someone, I forgot who said it. I wish I could quote it, but someone said, you know, who wants to live forever? And someone went, swingers. And the old guy was like, right?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah. If that ever actually works, yeah, probably.
So this is another thing, and there's another bit I've been kind of work on, and I can't crack it. It's not funny. It's just a good point that the older someone is, the more they've seen the world change, right? They have watched more change happen, and they should know that change always happens.
Yeah.
Everything always changes, always. Nothing is ever the same.
Everyone's going to die.
Everything is always different, I like to say. Everything is always different. So why is it the older people get, the more surprised they are at change? Why are they getting angry at change? You know things are going to be different. Because I'm thinking about a buddy of mine that has a son, and he was getting mad that he wasn't like him. I'm like, bro, you literally created a different world for your son. Why are you surprised that he's different than you?
Yeah.
I said, are you kidding me? Like, I raised him the way my parents did. I was like, no, you didn't, because you're not your parents.
Yeah.
And like I say this as a man
that,
without kids, my voice is very quiet. Like no one's gonna give a shit, I think.
Right.
But like I'm watching this observation, like why are you surprised that he's, you know, like maybe he's bi now. Like if you're, you know, why? Who cares? Like why are you surprised? Why are you surprised that he's trans now or you know, they're trans? You know, like
right, whatever it is.
The world is changing. It's always changing.
Yeah. And
so why do old people? The more they should know the world changes, are surprised. Yeah. Anyway,
that I love. I love that the old, like when, because like, and also any person who's 35 and older will hear the like the longer you live, the more you see the world change, and they'll go, yeah, I do, and I have, and so they're with you, and then it's like, but how come?
Yeah.
Nobody hates change more than old people. Right. Yeah.
Why are you upset about the music?
Yeah.
The music's gonna change.
Yeah.
Why are you upset? You know. And,
you're literally.
It's so stupid.
In life, you're like, this music is cool. Shut up, old man. Up until the day you're like, that ain't music.
Exactly. It's so. So there's a nugget.
It's literally like
There's the premise. There's a solid premise for a joke. I just haven't cracked it yet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
Hey, this has been cool.
Dude, this was sick.
Fck Marry Keele and Jay.
Fck Marry Keele and Jay.